Right now, we are in BGC, the bougiest area in Manila, where the rent is high and the sleep is low. Don't quote me that, I don't actually know that. Anyway, today marks the last day of my employment here, so I decided to, go around, see the sights that I have never seen before, because honestly, I feel like I'm gonna miss it.
When I started working here, I only had one agenda in mind, and that was to change. And working here was kind of the stone that would have hit all of the figurative birds. I wanted more opportunity to walk, be more social, get money to dig myself out of debt, and to get myself to the point where I am less depressed.
1 and almost half a year later, here I am, and I'm glad to say that I am 2.5 out of 3 goals. That's big. I'm still depressed as shit. And although working here was less stressful, my coworkers are dope, the environment is awesome, BGC is awesome, I just can't shake the feeling that there needs to be change again. And how can you blame me? In this world, there are 3 facts. First, that time is a finite resource. 2, that change is constant. 3, that my love for LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kim Chae-won, and my girlfriend is strong.
And change doesn't need to be big either. Small, incremental changes will do. Something like starting to read a book 1 page at a time, or choosing to commute instead of taking a Grab or Move It. Or maybe something as small as
fixing your PC setup. So it is the next day from when I shot the first part of the video. I think it's the perfect time to fix this thing. Although on the surface, it looks pretty okay. It's just that it's a little crowded on the tabletop. Underneath is a very completely different monster. So we got the supplies and we will fix the setup today. This is what it looks like now, and I will just fast forward it to when it's done in 3, 2, 1. Okay, this is as good as it's gonna get, because I do not want to do that again, ever. It sucks.
And it did suck. But look at how gorgeous the table looks. Look at how good it is without the lights. Oh yeah, baby. And since there's a light over it, I can do journaling and stuff. In the dark. At night.
And there you go. So like I said, small change to the workspace. However, this will make a big difference, especially since I'm gonna start working from home soon. It maximizes the space. I have space to play my games. I will also have space to work on stuff like my journal. And of course, the ergonomics as well. It will help with my poor old back manage the stresses of the shrimp position when I'm playing games. So it has been around 2-3 weeks since I first made the video, the first part of the video I mean. It's been more than 3 weeks since I first shot the first part of this video. There's been a lot of change since then, including but not limited to the vision that I initially had for this video. But like I said earlier, change is inevitable. Speaking of change, I made a lot of them. Let's get through them one by one. Number 1, Burger King footlet. Wait a minute, that's not what it says. Alright, anyway, I made a rough schedule.
there. For instance, in the morning, I wake up, I turn on the coffee maker, I go to the back, measure my weight, and then I come back, I drink water, I drink my meds, I prepare my breakfast, I eat it, I rest for a bit, I go to the shower, and then I'm ready. And by the time I'm ready, I'll be fully digested and I'll be ready to go to the gym. Speaking of the gym, I also made a lot of changes to that, but I'll touch on that later. Once training is complete, since there's nothing that I need to do exactly for the day, I just use that time to list down the things that I need to do or the things that I know that I need to do, and I do them. For instance, chores, hobbies, things that I need to do like finding a job, and a lot more. And at night, I do a short night routine to make sure that I am ready for the next day and so that I know that I'm clean. Number 2. If you've been following me on TikTok for a while, I'm pretty sure that you know that I love weightlifting. I like the feeling of achievement that you have when you lift more weight than you did last time. Unfortunately, even when I was gaining muscles, I wasn't losing fat, and I'm still always out of breath. Another thing was my lack of discipline. So I thought back to the time when I did have discipline, and the only time that I can remember that I do had it was when I was doing martial arts. So I signed up for boxing classes. Originally, I was gonna go for Muay Thai. However, when I first applied, they didn't have a Muay Thai teacher. And I didn't want to push back the plans because I wanted to get it started immediately. So, while doing so, I could develop my foundations so that by the time that the teacher arrives, I'll be ready. I'll have the fundamentals of striking, and Jesus, I won't be out of breath. Number 3, journaling. I don't exactly use my journal like a diary, like a lot of people do. I use this as a general goal tracker that I will go back to every start of the month or every start of the week. But I go through it every day. That doesn't make sense. Anyway, this is so that I will be able to see my progress, or at least see the progress that I've been making week per week. For instance, one of the goals that I have for myself this year is to lose weight. And I've been tracking my weight every single day in the morning before everything else. I will log it into the journal. And since I'm doing this every day, I use it as some kind of gauge if I'm doing my diet right, if I'm exercising the right amount, and so on and so forth. Why do I do this? Well, it's simple: accountability. And along with everything else that's in this journal, it's about accountability. It's so that I could track the things that I've been doing, the things that I haven't been doing, and by the end of the week, we will evaluate if the things that we did this week worked to our favor. Did it help us get to our goals, or did it do the opposite? Well, all of these things are summed up to me wanting to become a better person. And I got this quote from somebody, but I forgot their name. And it's that nothing changes if nothing changes. It means if you don't put any action into the things that you want to change in your life, nothing will change. Everything will stay the same. You will become stagnant. How about you? Do you want to make changes with me?